Hi, I'm Jana, and this is a Real Mom car tour of the 2025 Rivian R1s. And I've gotten asked so many times if this is a great family car, if I've driven it, if it's worth it, is it a great EV, how's the third row? And I've never driven one until this week. So I'm going to tell you in this really quick tour what I liked and what you need to know about the 2025 Rivian R1s. So let's do it.
If you're new here, I'm glad you found me. Hi, I'm Jana, and I give Real Mom car tours. I am a boy mom, auto enthusiast, and I'm an Aquarius, which means my life and sometimes these tours are a little bit chaotic, but they are fun. So buckle up and let's get back to it. I just got in the Rivian R1s, and I wanted to take a little time to get set up, and it wants to show me what's new because we've had a software update. Got it? Okay, I didn't view any update details because this is not my car, but every single thing is controlled from this screen. And we are going to put in a location and get out of town because I want to film. I just don't want to film somewhere that's super busy. So, since this is not my car, I use this key to get in and out. It just is gonna sit here. I don't know if it has to sit here, to be honest with you. But we're gonna find out. Since it's still early, you can see the ambient lighting. And one of the cool things is that you can change. This thing is so high tech. Oh God, please don't open the charging port or whatever. Oh, did not want to do that. I just opened the hatch, okay? 100% did not want to open the hatch. Should probably stop touching stuff, but I also need to figure out where the heck I'm going.
The first thing that everybody's going to notice is this signature Rivian grille and this LED light bar, LED daytime running lights, and then your fog lights are inside here. And that's what it looks like when they go off. But this is a big, bold SUV. I love how boxy it is. The Rivian design language, they got in early on the square boxy trend that is giving, you know, Defender and General Motors is doing a lot of the big truck-like boxy back ends. Right now, the higher, wider grills. It's big, it's bold, and people love it. Up front, since we're here, we have recovery hooks, all these aerodynamics. These are air curtains on the sides. So since it's an EV, aerodynamics are paramount. And you can see that with the shape of this hood. It's a little bit scooped out. You have air curtains on either side down here. And there's also some in the front. See that? By your tires. And that is what it looks like from the side. There are 3 ways to open the Rivian front trunk. I have this key, and I don't know if I can swipe that somewhere, but there should be a button in the front. Where the heck is it? There's a button somewhere. There's the Portland police, probably about to get arrested. Okay, cops are coming, and I'm going. I have reached my destination. We're gonna push this in for park. I do want to take time, since we're in here, to look at this screen because there's a lot going on here. We click on Rivian. This is how we can open our charge port and open the frunk. And so I want to do that now so that you can see what this is going to store, because it really does store a whole bunch in the front trunk. Because if you're hauling your people, you need to be able to haul their things. So this is a big, deep front trunk. I'm gonna say we could go at least 2 suitcases, carry-on bags. Somebody's coughing up a lung, God bless. And then under here is all your charging accessories, but you do not charge the Rivian in the front. So you can see the light bar. Love these daytime running lights, your fogs, and you can open the front trunk a couple of ways. There's a button on the big infotainment screen. You can use your phone, and you can also use the credit card looking Rivian key, and there's a button over here. Did I say button? Honest to God though, I couldn't find the button. And I watched somebody else's YouTube video as I was trying to do this. I had to cut and come back because I'm fumbling around. I don't know, maybe it's a blonde thing, maybe it's a me thing. I struggled. You have your Rivian design up here. That's the first little Easter egg I found. There's more in these lights. I'm going to bring you in just so you can see that. See that? Right there. Your Rivian design up top. Hopefully you can check out all of that. Your lights that just went off. I guess the car, no, it went on. And now I'm going to, I should never assume. I'm going to assume I can just start touching this and it'll close. Is it a soft close? Yes, it is. Okay, well, at least that went right for me. You have these new wheels for 2025. They are 22-inch wheels. They are blacked out. And you have Rivian brake calipers on Pirelli tires. Feel like the Rivian has gotten so popular because people love the design language. You have this huge fixed glass roof up top. We have this fixed glass roof, and you can get the electromagnetic where it will dim, so you can make it darker. But this is where I think it stands out for families. It's in this roof line because it allows for a decent adult size third row. And I'm going to get back there and show you what it looks like. I just wanted to show you a little of the design language, including how squared off this back end is. This super drastic boxy shape is going to give you good headroom, more headroom, if you're interested in hauling your family and also driving an EV. And when you look at it straight on from the back, it's boxy, it's square, it's bold. One of my favorite things about the back is this lift gate. What makes this tailgate shine is that it's a split tailgate. So you have lights up top. A split tailgate is such a winner with moms because if you stack your groceries and all the things back here and you just need access to get them and they won't necessarily roll all out. To open up this bottom piece, just hit this button and this is gonna lay flat. You have this additional piece so you have a flat work area, load, unload area. You also have, very similar to what they put in the Ineos Grenadier, very similar to what they put in the Ineos Grenadier, you have these multiple, you have lockers so that you can tie things down. And if I honestly, as a mom, don't know when I would use these, tell me in the comments if you would. Do you have them? Have you ever used them? I know how they're used. I know why you would use them. In my everyday life as a boy mom, I just don't know if or when I would ever use them. Under here, we have a spare. It's not a full-size spare, but not any additional storage there. We do have additional storage on this side. It's a pretty deep area, and these buttons actually drop the second row. So I'm going to show you with just one side, and then you can drop the third row by just pulling that lever on the shoulder. I made the mistake in the Ineos Grenadier of saying it goes totally flat. You're going to say that's not totally flat. I still consider it flat, but obviously there's this bump here. Does not bother me. Does it bother you? Let me know. I think the important thing to note, if you're driving this, it's going to be because you have a family. I don't see a lot of people getting the R1S. If they're single, like, good on you if you like that. I think you're going to have a family, and if you have a family, families usually have a lot of things. So you can store those things, haul those things in the back of the R1S. Do I think this is the perfect setup for my family? I like it. To be honest with you, I don't know. Let me pull this back up. Oh, I was going to try to save a trip of going around. Oh, I can. I did save a trip. Let's go. I like the fact that the third row is dedicated to passenger. I'm going to show you why that's important when I get inside. I think we're done here in the back, so I'm going to close her up. But I do want to show you how to get in and out of the second and third rows before I get in trouble. Hopefully you can see okay. I know it's dark. I'm going to put this up. And then I'm going to tip and slide this forward. See, it's different. You can drop it flat or you can tip it and slide it. We're crawling in the back. The third row is dedicated to person. A lot of people are starting to do this because when you just put the thing with 3 headrests and 3 seatbelts, especially the seatbelt that comes out of the ceiling, Obviously you can't do that here because it has a fixed glass roof, but you really can't get a butt in that middle seat. So I appreciate the fact we're like, okay, it's 2 people, we're all good. You got your seat belts here, bottle holders on each side. This lifts up, and I'm going to bring you in just to see. There's a USB-C charging port in here under this armrest, and it's tight. I left that for the 60-40 split so you can see. I'm wearing black, and it's all black, and it's dark in here, but I mean, this is not all the way back. It could come back another 2 inches. I'm not dying. I'm okay. But I always feel claustrophobic when the second row is a bench. That's a me problem. I like the fact these seats they feel high-end. They're still quilted back here. You have your Rivian badging that just looks really substantial. I love the detail in the headrest. And let me show you where your vents are. A little POV from back here. If I bring this all the way back, this is what it looks like. And you can see this is not nearly all the way back. This has another couple of inches. And this is where my legs are. Perfect for kids, not perfect for an adult on a long trip. But honestly, most third rows are not perfect for an adult on a long trip. There's downtown Portland. Your vents are here. This is the armrest that lifts up. You have a USB-C charger in there. Same exact amenities on this side. And you have a better view of your vent. We have reading lights up top. You just touch them, and the longer you hold it, the brighter it will get. So just a little tap, and then if I want to get super bright. Just a little fun function there. All right, what do we think of the third row so far? We're moving to the second row, but before I do, if you look up, this is the fixed glass roof. You do have a separator here, and then you go back into another giant piece of fixed glass. Does not open, and you can upgrade and get, I think it's called an electromagnetic, where it will darken with the touch of a button. If you're in the third row and you need to get out, there's a button here, and this will get out of your way. Not a ton, but enough to get you out of here. There are, oh my gosh. You have 2 sets of lower latches, 2 top tethers in your third row, and we're gonna move this baby back. You have 2 sets of lower latches, 3 top tethers on this bench. Whew, okay, I'm out of breath. Let's check out the second row. These seats, bench seat, this does have the ability to turn into, does it have it? Okay. This is what it looks like in the middle seat. I'm going to come over here so you're not on top of me. But I will say the one thing I like about these seats, if they feel good, I'm pretty sure they're synthetic leather. They're vegan leather. People go crazy when I say vegan. Synthetic, pleather, whatever you want to call it. You have coat hooks back here, USB ports back here, mat pockets as well. And the back of these seats is really interesting. These to me are racing type seats. The second row is on rails, like we mentioned, so it goes up and back, and it can go way up if somebody in the third row needs more legroom, or this would be where I would prefer to have it. It also has a manual adjustment on the side to recline more upright or further back. 60-40 split. I showed you what it looked like laying flat. Nothing new there. I like that you can see your ambient lighting here around this open pore wood, I believe it is. Same little deal with your reading lights, which is just fun. And then I'm going to bring you in so you can see my POV on USB-Cs here, coat hook, mat pocket, and you control your climate from this screen, which you can lock and unlock. You have your outlets that you can turn on for charging. They'll stay on or until the range drops because that does use battery power. You can turn your hotspot on and off, which my kids would go crazy for. Turn your lights, your overhead or your reading lights on and off from this screen, as well as connect to a Bluetooth. On this screen, you control your heated seats for both the second and the third rows. And then this is just telling us where we are and where we're located, which is fun if people like to follow along. 2 USB-C charging ports, and a traditional household plug is hidden right under there. I want you to see up close the ambient lighting, and you can change it for your mood. I've got good headroom, good leg room, and I'm comfortable back here. You have dual electric motors. They're going to make 665 horsepower, generate 829 pound-feet of torque, and the 0 to 60 is in just 3.4 seconds. So the Rivian is fun to drive. Price starts at $75,000. As shown, this is $100,000. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is a great family car? This is a great time to remind you to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. If I'm your vibe, let me know. I do multiple or different kinds of tours. I usually try not to say they're full reviews because a lot of people have driven multi-generations of cars, or they want to get into comparing this down to every single spec. I don't do that. I want to show you, if you are in the market for a family car or an EV, a lot of people want to see aesthetics first. They want to hear off the bat, does it have this? And once we settle that out, then you get into the specs. There's other people that do a great job of getting into the nitty gritty. Rady's Rides is incredible. Car Confections does a phenomenal job. There's a two I recommend with super detail. They do an excellent job with their facts. You can find me all over social media if I'm your vibe. I'm a lot more fun on social. I'm on TikTok and Instagram, and you can even find me at realmomcartours.com. Let's talk about this side body. It is two-toned. You have a darker roof up top. These 22 gloss black wheels are new for 2025. For 2025, they've also tweaked the adaptive air ride suspension. So if you had driven the 2024, you should feel a difference. You also have 11 high-def cameras that will give you every single point of view and a surround vision that you need from that giant 15.6-inch infotainment screen. You have a camera here and here, which is crazy that there's two on each side. You also have your ones in the front and the back, up top. They're everywhere. Getting in the driver's seat, you're going to use this button to open the door. A lot of people may not know this. I don't know. I'm just going to tell you. The reason the handles go flush and then pop out is for aerodynamics. You don't want any drag on your EV because you want this range to be as good as it can be. And you get 410 miles of electric range. Driving the R1s takes a hot second to get used to. EVs come with one pedal drive because it helps regenerate the battery and will extend your range. And that's great. However, one pedal drive means that you really just drive with the gas pedal. You don't hear that? 4.3 seconds, 0 to 60. I had to do it, you guys. I do love the get up and go. If you are not a fan of EVs, that's fine. I'm not trying to convince you. But the instant horsepower and torque is so freaking fun. I mean, it will lay you back in your seat. Okay, one pedal drive. When you take your foot off the gas, you don't really have to apply the brake because the engine will just slow you down and brake for you. It takes a second to get used to because it feels herky-jerky. We're going to do it right now. So I'm going. There's a stoplight. There's a Prius right in front of me. Okay, that was a little more gentle. Usually it's like... And then I don't even have to use the brake. The other thing that's kind of wild to get used to with EVs, and if it's your car and you're driving it every day, you're going to get used to this easily. However, if you just hop into one, or if you rent one, or your friend needs you to drive them somewhere in their car, controlling everything from the screen is wild if you're not used to it. Okay, I'm looking where I'm going. I'm in downtown Portland. This is getting picked up in 2 minutes, and I'm going back. Oh, shit. Ugh. Okay, I just passed my turn. Well, that sucks. Left lane closed. Well, this blows. Can I turn right here? Oh, for fuck's sake. Does that say one way? Oh, my God. Is it one way? Okay, I think it was one way. We're going down. We're going around the block. Come on. Okay. You guys. So let's just talk about the struggle of being in a car you've never driven, being in a town you've never been to, being on a time crunch, trying to get content, Try not to get arrested or hurt anybody or hurt yourself. It's a lot on these trips. I'm currently at something called Heels and Wheels, and we get to drive, gosh, it's something like 20 cars over 2 days. And it's fun, but it's overwhelming. And of course, everybody wants the cool cars. The Aston Martin, picking that up next. The McLaren, which is amazing. And we really need to find my hotel. I know I haven't answered every single question about the R1S. I'm going to give you a little bit of opinion. Do I think it's a great family car? I do. If this is your lifestyle, if you're very interested in sustainability, you're interested in EVs, but you need the space of a 3-row SUV, you can pay for it because it's expensive. I think it could be a really great family car. I like that there's 4 sets of lower latches, 3 top tethers. I do like the feeling of riding up high and it being boxy. It just takes a minute to get used to. So I hope you enjoyed this quick tour. If you did, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, let me know that. Sometimes I get things wrong. We do these fast. I'm doing 5 cars between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. today. Sometimes I mix up the facts. It happens. However, if you do have a question and I don't know the answer, I will reach out to the folks at Rivian and try to find one for you. And I think that's all from me, the R1S, and downtown Portland. So thanks for watching.